COVID has reminded us we cannot go alone. This is the whole, it is a problem, especially in South Asia. Shapan, you have started at the right moment when Mubashir Hassan a couple of years ago started India-Pakistan relationship. Similarly, I think it's inspiring that we all have to be a soft border. We should be able to visit each another. Now we can see how it has affected everybody's life. All of us has either lost a relation or a friend or in our own country or in neighboring countries. So that's why it is an important thing that we have to think of an togetherness. We cannot be moved alone. Still, unfortunately, we are living in a world of divided and rule. You see, last 15 years, India doesn't allow me to go to India. They refuse me visa. So similarly, ACDRE, Bangladesh do not allow the Pakistanis to come. Our many friends in the meetings, we couldn't bring them. It is very irrational. These are the people who will bring and closeness. These will help many of our problems because we can think together. It is not a problem that we can alone solve it. Take the case, and COVID vaccine is one thing. We should, 100% people should be vaccinated, but we do not have enough vaccines. So it is a problem that we together have to think, sit down, whether it's in Bhutan, Nepal, or in Bangladesh or in India, we are all one nation, I think. We are the similar people. Similarly, Pakistan, we have to together, if we put our head together, we will be moving faster. We'll be able to think that simply lockdown is not going to solve the problem. It's COVID in Bangladesh, if we take the case of Bangladesh, about 25 million new people become poverty. They have lost their incomes and other things. The number of poor has increased by 25 million. So now in India, really, with the lockdown, it's an important process. One cannot, but at the same time, life, we must give them the food they need, especially the poor people. So lockdown, without giving them the food, it is an irresponsible, irrational decisions. Similarly, like as we have got the Eidul Adha. Our people goes to home to see the children. They work in the city and go back where their children are living with their parents or anything. Once a year, will they not go? Simply ordering not to go is not good enough. So what we have to do? And we have to do doing more tests. Those we can appeal to them. If you can, don't go. But if you want to go home, please get you tested. And it is the saying, get you tested, is not good enough. You must make tests available easily in all bus stands, launch, railway stations, everywhere it should be available. Say, I have not been tested, so that you can take the sample and tell them in a couple of hours that you have got the, if you have got a COVID, so we can request it that you don't go. The rest of the people can go see there. So these are we have to be practical. Unless we are practical people. Now what my government did, they have to stop the people, inter-district transports, buses and other stuff. So who is suffering is the poor. Everything poor. Recently in my country, government want to ban the rickshaw with a motorized rickshaw. We cannot even imagine poor man will have a bit of comfort. It's not tolerable for us. So these are the things. We are so intolerant nations. Once we have become out of poverty, we don't want other people to have a better life. So that's why, dearly, I think together, if we all together think similar problem exists in Other countries too, I know that. So especially the vaccine, the developed countries holding a large amount, a large quantity of vaccines. So these are the things we should really try to get it. They should be generous. They should generous. On the other side, our government should also be rational. They should invest more in their healthcare. They should invest more in the healthcare and education. Instead of that, what? Where recently our budget, national budget is, where they are spending 1/5 of the total budget on the bureaucracy. 1/5. And what we are doing, almost nearly 12% of our national income goes to pay the interest of foreign loans. So these are the things also. So we have to discuss, we have to put considerations, and we again, I think healthcare, it needs to be more examined. The physician trained, they are not willing to go to village, but they have trained at the cost of the people, of the nations. Everybody has paid for their educations, either by cash or by allowing them to be a guinea. So for this reason, I think we together have to
Thank you, Dr.
all these things together. In America, even a country like America, United States, 50 million people do not have any health insurance. Medicaid, 12 states do not have Medicaid. So these are the things we have to discuss. We have to learn from other people's mistakes. And with this region, we have to work together, talk together, and freely and frankly.
Thank you, Dr. Sapnol.
This is a very important issue. It's not only a paramedic. You see, like women is the backbone of the country. Economy, country like Bangladesh or India, it is really very important. They are suffering. This sorts of pandemic affects them most because their families dependent on them, and them really the way they have been still the security of the women is not ensured. In a country like Bangladesh, it is very unfortunate that still people, girls, been molested, been attacked in buses and other things. So this is one. This is also really for the safety of the women is a very crucial issue. Government have to take much more. Government and the public, we all together have to assure that there are women's security and other. Because secondly, the paramedic is a very important factor. As my young friend in like in Nepal telling, we cannot in the next 50 years in the rural areas of every part of Nepal or in Bangladesh, we are hoping that the doctors should be available. It's very unlikely. But if we really train, they will be available. They are clearly concerned. Another thing I want to remind you all, like you see, our villages, whether India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, or Nepal, we all had a traditional birth attendant system who delivered the baby. They are technically, we can improve their capacity. So these are the people, unfortunately, WHO and UNICEF, in the name of a development, they are ignoring them. They are discarding them. You see, I have never seen my 50 years of work in Bangladesh. Never ever a Dai has refused to go to a house at the midnight. Whereas doctors, nurses, they will always say my security car and whatnot and other.
Yeah.
So they belong to the people. So I think really what I was even in my lecture here, cohesiveness. Yes. We have to work together and we should take them, not discard them. So that is really will help us. If we really use the paramedic, they will be able to push the people more to using the mask, social distance, washing hands, and at the time of their distance, when a family member lost another, they can consoling. A doctor we are not even trained how to console people. We have just learned, well, I have done my best and walk away.
Yeah.
But the paramedic will never do that. They will hold the hands and other. So that's why
think you're right.
To think it's still in every field, especially healthcare. And we all have to cut down the army budget.